Alrighty, kitten planner flip time. This is a Kiki K Van Scamp in the medium size, so that translates to personal size. So this is super functional and not really decorated, but it is fairly used. Yeah. So I have the two original notepads from it. I have some Recollections planner stickers that are vet and groomer appointments. I just thought I could use the grooming if I ran out of vets, but I just cut these out of the sticker book they're from. I think it's called Planner's Got a Plan. I don't know if it's one you can get anymore because I did get mine off of the clearance rack, but I think I got mine off of the clearance rack because they were miscut slightly. Anywho. So in the calendar section here, these are these are old, air quotes, so much crafting inserts. So the monthly pages were actually dated for these months that they are, so April, May, and June. But you'll see on the weeks that I've done some very creative things to cover up what day they originally were, because originally this was my planner. I started using this as my main planner in September 2018, and because she sells half yearly instead of quarterly or something like that, or she hadn't released Q4, I don't remember what the hell it was. I got the weekly inserts from July 2018 to December 2018, so I've had to redate those to be correct for all of this. So this clip is just clip whatever day we are on, or whatever 4 days in the weekly spread, to the monthly spread so you can see everybody's hours. Yeah, so pink is me, blue is fiance, and purple is the roommate. And it has hours, paydays, and then if we have events. Like, I know when I have events, I don't know when they have events, and it kind of sucks ass. But anyway. So blank open pages. I started this on the 8th of April because I thought I was going to wind up getting the kittens on day 1, but their mom started making milk, and then she stopped making milk. So I've ordered the thermometer, the scale, and the heating pad. It just didn't happen on Friday. It happened here, and then they showed up here. So the kits got here today. If you look, I didn't, later on in the notes section, I have like feeding log kind of pages, and I forgot to record the first one when they got here, which was the last one yesterday. I'm pretty certain I should have fed them later in the night, but there was a lot of excitement going on, and they needed to sleep. And then today I forgot to record the first feeding, but that was just, the first feeding was 7 o'clock this fucking morning, so. And then it just goes on like that. You know, these are Recollections, Michael's sticker book, date, covers, and dots. I have whatever week the kittens should be in that week written down over on the sidebar here, and I'm going to go in and add in like how often they should be feeding, how often they should be eating, what they should be eating, what their weight should be at, blah blah blah. I have 2 of them, by the way. I have a boy and I have a girl. And you see here that I ran out of the thick ones, so I start using the skinny ones. It doesn't really cover it up. And then I have some old Hoarded Happy Scrappy ones here. And as you can tell, like, they don't end perfectly because they are not, because I didn't bother to find ones that were like the same number of days, because I'm just a jerk. I'm just a jerk. And I only have it through to the end of the quarter, because admittedly, through to the end of the quarter, they will be 12 weeks, or nearly 4 months. and we shouldn't have to monitor them as closely past, honestly, we should be able to stop monitoring them as like obsessively closely at the 29th, because 8 weeks is when you're capable of adopting kittens out, but I'm planning on keeping both of them. So anyway, so I start using washi to cover it up and then just slapping down the date dots, the date covers, and I run out of date numbers, so I start writing that in with a pen, and I start using the weekend ones for whatever reason. It's not like this is really a weekend. And then for some reason here, I just wanted to use that done sticker, so I was just like Q2, done. And then in the to-do, I have a weekly to-do list, so deep clean the kennel, compare developmental markers, daily, change bedding, take the temperature. I have since read up, since making this list, that is not necessarily needed to be done daily unless they are constantly cold, or like if you don't have a way to heat them up. I have a kitten specific heating pad in their kennel covering half of the bottom of the kennel for them, so I don't really need to do that. And then compare date, weight, and developmental markers, and wash bedding. Stimulate, which means make them go pee and poop, weigh them, feed them, burp them, weigh again, and record the difference under Allison's A10. My scale can actually weigh volume, so I can actually weigh the milliliters, or it does it in ounces, but I can translate that to milliliters pretty easily. But I can actually weigh in their bottles how much. At this point, they're supposed to be eating 5 milliliters every 3 hours at max space between. I think I'm gonna go more with 2. I'm gonna err on the side of caution and go more with 2, and just accept that they probably won't be hungry on a lot of them. And then I just have a whole bunch of blank to-do sheets. These are all original from the Kitten, like original pages here. Expenses, so I have a receipt envelope in here just to keep track of what I'm spending on them. You see that I have highlighted the things in this receipt that were for them, written down the total with tax there, and then written that in here. This here, the 16th purchase for the thermometer, the scale, and the heating pad, were off of Amazon. I don't currently have a printer, but as soon as I get one, I will be using that to print off a receipt to put in here, so I have all of those. And then we just have more of the note sheets from Kitten. In the notes section, here we go, here's the feeding log. So yeah, this one with the pineapples is to mark the day, and then this one with the salt shaker is to mark the food. I don't have like another food thing, so I thought the salt shaker would be the most appropriate. And if you see here, I just wrote boy and girl, the date, their weight at each feeding, did they pee, she peed, he only peed a little, she peed a lot. Neither one of them pooped, but the boy pooped overnight. I know they shouldn't be pooping on their own, and so there's probably something wrong, but everything is okay. Everything else is fine, so it's probably just that I didn't stimulate him late enough, and that's all. And then ounces of food eaten, approximately 5 mLs, because I measured that out on my scale to get approximately 5 mLs. And then I just have that written out for a couple more days or a couple more feedings, because all day tomorrow I work 10 to 8 tomorrow, so my fiance will be here. Hopefully I can get him on board with writing all of these things down. I don't know. I want to keep track of it to make sure that everything's going right, but he may think that it's unnecessary. So we have just a crap ton more of the notes pages, and then in here I have 5 note sheets in 2 separate sections, and these are specific notes for each kitten. And I'm just going to start writing the notes on them, and then when we pick names for them in about a week, when they start to show an actual personality, that is when I'm going to title these and be all like, I don't know, I'm contemplating chocolate names because their mom's name is Coco, but they're both black cats, so it's a little funny to name black cats chocolate things. But so far the best bets look like it's going to be Ghirardelli for the boy and Dove for the girl, I kind of wanted to pick 2 West Coast chocolate brands just because I'm from the West Coast. Ghirardelli is a West Coast chocolate brand. I believe Almond Roca is also a West Coast chocolate brand, and they do make a dark chocolate, and it's actually my favorite because Almond Roca is one of my favorite chocolates. Anyway, so the girl's name may actually wind up being Roca, which I think is cute because it sounds a lot like Roku. And yeah, Avatar Roku. Referencing cartoons here. Anyway, I don't have anything here. I actually only have this one here so those pages don't get bent. I think I did this gap in the thing here just by using it and bumping it around every day, but that is the entirety of the Kitten planner. It is super, super kind of lame right now, but it is very usable and it is very functional, and that is what I need from this planner. This planner stays home. Unless I need to take the kittens, or this planner will stay home unless I need to take them to the vets. I have yet to take them to the vet because I did just get them last night. My roommate will be scheduling a vet appointment with her vet tomorrow for all 3 of the cats, so both the kittens and then her cat. So this may or may not come with me then. Depends on if I feel that the vets need whatever information's in here. Alright, thank you guys for sticking around. I love you. Please subscribe. Yes, I don't know why I'm hashtagging, but, you know, people keep telling me that I should say subscribe at the end of my videos, specifically my little brother, but here you are. Subscribe.